Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great start of this weekend here, and welcome to this this new video on Bitcoin. Just got a message, so that threw me off. But no, going to do a full update. We'll talk about some macros as well, some fundamentals, but just in general, we'll talk about everything you need to know. Yesterday, the close of the day was actually pretty good. I mean, I'll get some data right here. Hopefully you can see that. But as you can see, the end was pretty good. I mean, bond yields grew over the majority of the day, and that was also what we ended on in the middle of the day market update. But eventually, as you can see, it toned down a bit, which is good. Volatility index also went down a bit, so that was also good. And we saw a relatively decent close here from the S&P 500. So all of that was pretty good. I mean, I still think all of these markets and just in general, the fundamentals are quite shaky, and that's also why next week we're most likely going to get quite a lot of volatility again. Right now, the volume in the markets is also dropping down a fair bit for Bitcoin specifically. It's now $35 billion. Tomorrow, that will probably be down to something like $15 or $10 billion, somewhere in that range. So that means that we're going to be very, very, very volatile, but not necessarily today. I mean, it's Saturdays normally are relatively quiet. I'm not sure what the last Saturday was. Yeah, last Saturday we had a small move up, but you can see there barely was any movement. It's also what I expect for Bitcoin. Today, however, if we zoom out, we can get some nice insights, and just in general, Bitcoin does seem to have stabilized a fair bit. I mean, you can see right here for Bitcoin that we have been able not only to fill the imbalance to the upside, but we've also been able to reclaim this important level at 80,600 with strength. Now with these last 12-hour time frame candles, we've also been able to break above the 30-day VWAP, the 50 EMA, and just the trend bands. And even though, look, due to the shaky circumstances, and also what you need to know, there's a lot of leverage right now in Bitcoin, which you can see right here. Open interest has gone up a lot. For those reasons, look, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to crash, but that does make it a little bit more likely, right? I mean, if you have more leverage in the markets, especially in the weekends, you have a very high likelihood that major positions will be closed, and just in general that we'll have some. We'll have some of that volatility. And right now you can also see for Bitcoin, we're at that previous month BOC and at that 200 EMA. I think the opening today was relatively, we had a very, very narrow base right here. So that's also an indication we're going to get some volatility soon. So for those reasons, and also the imbalances here to the downside, I'm leaning today towards expecting some sort of a pullback. All right, in the end, this is all good price action, especially on the higher time frames. We have been able to secure some more stability, or at least some sort of an idea of stability. But short term, being at this resistance, like, sure, we might leverage push a little bit higher, but I wouldn't trust any of that, and I think that's ultimately just going to lead to a sharper pullback into this zone right here at 80,600, where we also still have some imbalances. And even though the fundamentals right now are quite shaky, when we get to that level, I do think it's most likely that from there we will be able to hold. And that, like I said, on the higher time frames, we will be able to get a little bit more stability. And that's ultimately good. Then we can also trade some altcoins. In the Signal group, we actually started trading some altcoins as well yesterday evening. That went relatively well so far. So that's all positive. But for now, we have to be cautious, especially given the fact that we know volatility is coming in. But something like this is what I would say is most likely for Bitcoin next couple of days. I'll be back with more updates, of course, over the course of this weekend. But for now, that's it. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.